Just an announcement, we'll be taking a couple of things out of order right after the hearings tonight. Item 14 and 23 will come after the hearings. As you can see, I've got a little bit of an infection in my foot. I'm supposed to be off my feet, so I'm going to do part duty tonight, and I should be hopefully as normal as I ever am next week. Also, we have a presentation. I'm going to turn this presentation over to Councilmember Austin. It's on the growing experience of urban farming, I believe. Mr. Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, the growing experience is an urban farm, and it's a hidden gem in the 8th District, but hopefully it won't be a secret for long. In 1996, the goal was to reclaim and develop a 7-acre vacant parcel of land within the Carmelitos housing development. The vacant parcel had been neglected, was overgrown with weeds, and had debris scattered all around. Under the leadership of Jimmy Ng, the program director, the growing experience transformed the neglected lot into a community garden and gathering space where residents have the opportunity to grow their food. The grounds provide a training space for educational events, workshops, and tours, as well as job training and skills development for low-income residents in the landscape and green industries. Now, the growing experience is a thriving urban farm that benefits the residents of Carmelitos, local restaurants, and the surrounding community. With us this evening is Jennifer Blackwell Trotter, the Executive Director of Community Development Foundation, the nonprofit arm for the County of Los Angeles Housing Authority, in which operates the program. I asked her to come this evening to share a little bit about the growing experience in a new weekly farmers market that is having its grand opening this Saturday, featuring very locally grown produce. Jennifer, please step forward.
Thank you, Councilman Austin. I believe there's a slideshow presentation set up.
Do we have a slide presentation?
Well, in the meantime, you covered a lot of the important highlights of the growing experience, and I just wanted to put some pictures to the words so you can see the growing experience in action. It was established in 1996, and it started off as a 1/4 of an acre, very small project of just community gardens and one landscape job training program, and now it's grown to 7 acres with farm animals, including chickens and tilapia, growing right there at the farm. I'm not sure how many places in Long Beach grow tilapia as beautiful as that, but there it is. One of the main programs of the Growing Experience Urban Farm is community-supported agriculture, where a 10-pound box of produce is available every week for $17, a very affordable price, especially when you consider that the produce is grown completely sustainable, no pesticides. Throughout the year, we always have community events that bring out not just Carmelitos community, but the surrounding Long Beach community as well. And we really try to bridge that gap between public housing and the greater community and find that we're all the same and we all deserve fresh, locally grown produce. One of our newest initiatives is an urban agriculture business training program, where we have 8 participants that are learning not just agriculture, but also the business side, marketing, budgeting, and other entrepreneurial skills so that they can too start their own business in agriculture. And we also try to have quarterly events, volunteer events, where people can come out, get their hands a little dirty and pull some weeds and plant some onions or squash, whatever may be in season, to help out the growing experience and the people that eat the produce. One of the great programs that's been started since the very beginning is a job training program that's focused mostly on youth. It is green jobs, and quite a few have gone on to landscaping jobs elsewhere, including our coordinator, Manuel Cisneros, who began in 1997 and is now has moved out of Carmelitos and owned his own home and is doing great. We also have farm dinners every year. Thanks for Primal Alchemy and their support, catering company here locally in Long Beach. Our last one was last Sunday, and we'll have another one next fall. That's the people that make it happen. On the left is Julio. In the middle is Jimmy Ning, that Councilman Austin referred to, as he really is the father of this great establishment of the growing experience. Manuel Cisneros and Nacho. We are really excited to present our farmers market that's coming up. Our grand opening will be this Saturday. I hope everyone can come down, get some locally grown produce. It's not just our produce that's sold, but also Long Beach Cat's produce from their Lincoln Springs farms also sells there. We have another farmer from Compton, Healthy Greens, that sells produce, mostly sprouts and herbs. And another farmer that does a lot of citrus. So whatever you want, whether it's citrus or root plants, carrots, we got it. So that's this Saturday and every Saturday following from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors and supporters, Councilman Austin, all the great chefs throughout the city, Boeing, the Rosalind and Arthur Gilbert Foundation, and the California Fresh Works Fund that really aims to end food deserts and also create economic generation throughout the state. So thank you, Councilman Austin, for inviting us, and thank you to the rest of the council and Mayor Foster for having me.
Our pleasure. Thank you. It was interesting.
Thank you. I hope you'll stop by sometime.
Thank you very much. Appreciate all your hard work. Mr. Austin?
Thank you, Jennifer, for the great presentation, and I would just extend that invitation to the entire city to come out this Saturday at 10 o'clock. Carmelitos Housing Development to the Growing Experience. It's going to be a great, great, great farmers market, another gem of the 8th District. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Great job. Now we have the prime time for business presentation, Ignify. I'll turn to Councilmember Lowenthal.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I wanted to take this opportunity, Mayor and council members, to introduce you, if you don't already know about Ignify. I believe we have Mr. Bruce Kutner here with us. Do you have anyone else that's joined you today?
Yes, I have two people with us.
Is that
Rashid and Elizabeth.
excellent? Thank you. Ignify is a 2nd District business and our prime time for business segment for this evening. I feel like I'm doing a CNN edition. It's a Microsoft Dynamics partner responsible for customer relationship management and e-commerce software solutions. Ignify is on many a list of up-and-coming companies to watch in the United States. They relocated from Cerritos to downtown Long Beach last October, and we're very pleased that they did that. Thank you very much. And with us, as you know, is Bruce, and you'll be giving us a presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sujay, and thank the members of the City Council for inviting us here today. Ignify is a company of about 350 employees. And our global headquarters are actually here in Long Beach now. We're coming up on our 1st year anniversary at the end of this month. And, we've been very pleased with the facilities. We're located down in downtown Long Beach, and if you pass by on Pine, you'll see the name Ignify on the top of the building. There are about 45 people working in Long Beach right now. Actually, 9 of them reside in Long Beach. But we have locations throughout the United States as well as internationally. So our East Coast presence is in Chicago and Nashville. And internationally, we're in Toronto, Singapore, the Philippines, Bangalore, and Pune, India. As Suja mentioned, one of the areas that we conduct business in is CRM, which is customer relationship management, enabling companies to get more in touch with their customers and provide their services to them. ERP is a big solution for us as well, and that basically stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, and that basically means that we supply the software that runs the company's operations and runs their financial systems. We are ranked as one of North America's fastest 500 growing companies and that rank has been given to us 4 years in a row. We're part of the Inc. 500, we're part of the Deloitte Fast 500, and the Entrepreneur Hot 500. And as a Dynamics Inner Circle member, we are part of the Microsoft team. We represent Microsoft products. We are a President's Club member, and we're a Microsoft Partner of the Year for both 2011 as well as 2012. The kind of customers we provide services to are government, distribution, manufacturing, retail, high technology. So we handle quite a few verticals, and we really insist on being very close to our customers. We do most of our work at the customer site, where we talk to them about their business needs, what they'd like to do to change the way they operate. But ultimately, our strength is people, because we solve people's problems. And the software that we provide is really the magic that we create in order to solve those problems. We like to recruit and retain the brightest talent. And we do have an excellent work and play environment at Ignify. Actually, some of the nice things at the company are the massage chairs, which we're allowed to use at any time. Xbox for those who are in the gaming side of things, and we provide healthy food and training for all our employees. So why did we pick Long Beach as the place for our global headquarters? Well, first of all, it's centrally located between LA and Orange County, and since our customer base largely falls in domestically on the West Coast in that central region, it made a lot of sense to be in Long Beach. And naturally, there's a lot of activities here. There are a lot of leisure activities here. There are a lot of restaurants that are local to us. And it's a good balance for our people between the business environment and the leisure environment. We have roughly 10,000 square feet on the 4th floor of our building with wall-to-wall windows and a 2-side garage. And of course, we're close to Long Beach Airport, which is convenient to travel, and if we have visitors who are coming in to visit with us, it's an easy way for them to get to our offices. These are just a few of the customers that we have, and I'm sure you'll recognize some of the names. We didn't really set a vertical up that had to do with the Dallas Cowboys, but we do services for the Dallas Cowboys, as well as a number of other locations, including the Port of Long Beach, which was something we did just a short time ago. So now you know that the city of Long Beach, Port rather of Long Beach, is utilizing Ignify's services and Microsoft's solutions to run its operations. That's about all I have to say today. I want to thank you, Suja, for inviting us here, and the rest of the City Council as well.
I want to thank you for being here. As well, we have a small token of our appreciation for your coming to our city. And Mr. Mayor, would you like to join me in making this, if your foot is not bothering you?
Hobble down there.
You hobble with me?
I just want to say, I've been over to Ignify's office, I think 3 times, and it's a couple times you had kind of special occasions, everybody dressed up. It was kind of interesting, and I was struck by actually the energy and intensity of the people there. It's, I want to thank you for locating in this city, and we welcome you here, and I want to make sure that you not only thrive, but you prosper here as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's the only thing I can wear. Yeah, the shoes hurt. It's almost over. Okay, thank you, Susan, thank you, Ignify. Okay, we're now gonna move to hearing item number 1, clerk will read.
Hearing 1 involves the Public Works Department with a recommendation to continue the hearing on the vacation of the east-west alley located west of Quincy Avenue and south of 7th Street to the City Council meeting of Tuesday, November 20th, 2012 at 5 p.m. This is in District 3.
So moved. Moved and seconded. Any member of the public wish to address council on moving this hearing to November 20? Seeing none, members cast your votes on item 1.
Councilmember Johnson. Motion carries 8 votes yes.
Okay, hearing item number 2, clerk will read.
This one requires an oath.
I was just
The
going to tell you that.
hearing involving financial management with a recommendation to receive supporting documentation into the record, include the hearing and adopt the hearing officer's recommendation to revoke the business license issued to Dorothy Shubin doing business as 24-Hour Cafe located at 1715 West Anaheim Street in District 1.
Okay, will all those who intend to give testimony in the matter of hearing item number 1, please stand and have that clerk administer the oath.
Thank you. Do you and each of you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in this cause now pending before this body shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Okay, I think we had a couple of yeses there. Mrs. Frick.
Mayor, members of the council, Eric Sund will provide the staff report.
Thank you, Assistant City Manager Frick. Mayor, members of the City Council, tonight before you, you have a recommendation based on a hearing officer's appeal hearing that was brought to council at a previous date to revoke the business license associated to 24-Hour Cafe, which is in District 1 at 1715 West Anaheim Street. This has been through a number of administrative processes. We conducted an internal administrative hearing. The applicant appealed that. That came back to council. Council referred it to an independent hearing officer through the city clerk's office, which then we conducted another hearing, which is before you tonight in this packet, as well as documents related to the previous hearing. In both cases, the recommendation to revoke the business license was concurrent. Tonight will be the final action by the council to ratify that decision, at which point then the business will be closed down and the business license will be surrendered to the city of Long Beach. The applicant cannot apply for a business license for 1 year after this revocation is ratified if the council chooses to do so. With that, I stand ready to answer any questions related to this business, and I have some individuals from PD that would be also available if there are questions. That concludes my presentation.
Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And actually, Mr. Sund, I was actually hoping that you and/or PD could maybe walk us through just briefly kind of what got us to this point as far as what the violations were, so the council understands that. And I know it's in the report, but if you could walk us through that.
Absolutely, Vice Mayor. So this business is a 24-hour cafe that also has done kind of a truck stop operation. Over the course of a number of years of investigation, there have been a number of issues, criminal issues, that have come to the attention of the Long Beach Police Department, thus the recommendation from the Chief of Police. The two main issues, violations that have been with us are gambling and adult entertainment without a permit, which were part of the Chief of Police's recommendation to revoke the business license to the Department of Financial Management, which is included in the staff report. Not to mention there are a number of code violations that have gone unaddressed and not permitted by the individual, which makes it a non-conforming building as well from a safety standpoint. We have met with the owner, Dorothy Shubin, and tried to, I shouldn't say try, we've basically communicated the issues to her in the past, and those items have not been rectified, and additional instances of gambling and so forth have occurred. Thus the recommendation for revocation for the police department.